The best part, you have to just play it. I'll just read it to you while this thing is starting. So he goes,
and we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
and we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, and today it is the Barnes, Tony, Renee from the Couch Show. How the hell is everyone doing?
I am doing phenomenal right now. I think a solid low-key night in sports for everyone, I think. Obviously, day before Thanksgiving, getting ready to pack up, go home, the turkey, the stuffing, the cranberry sauce, dude, the twice-baked potatoes. Looking forward to all of it. The pecan pie, the cheesecake, Brian.
How many cheesecakes are ready for Thanksgiving?
It's just the one. Let's not get crazy here, okay? Yeah. Plus, because I feel like everyone and their mothers brings a pie,
right?
Right. It gets a little crazy, and of course, you don't want anyone to feel bad. All the cheesecake is gone. No one touched the pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
Nana feels bad, but hey, Nana's got to do better. But anyway, yeah, just the one. But I'm totally stoked, happy to be here. Renee is too. FIFA update possibly looming in the vicinity.
We got Spain and Croatia, I believe.
No, I saw Japan 2-1 over Germany, but that's all I got.
Really, dude?
But Tony, I was going to ask you a couple of things here. Number one.
Yeah, what do you got?
Thanksgiving at your house?
No, unfortunately, it's at my cousin's. Nothing against her, but it's in Jersey.
How far?
And I mean, from here, obviously, I'm going to go home tonight and then to Jersey tomorrow. But total round trip just to get there from here, probably like 3 hours, a little over 3. Because it's South Jersey too. It's an hour at least from my crib. So.
Any plans for the rest of the weekend?
I don't know. My mother is talking about going to the city just to walk around, whatever. Nothing's been solidified. I don't know. Of course, my dad works in the city, so he's just like do we really got to go into the city, dude? And of course, the weekend after Thanksgiving, the city is just mobbed,
right?
With people. So it's not going to be low key. And of course, like I said, my dad, he works every day, so he's just like, guys, go with people. God. So I guess we'll see, but definitely some nice family time, nice downtime at home. So I'm totally stoked. As Buffer says, hey guys, happy Thanksgiving, Buffer. And then I feel like he's getting a little bit crazy here with the Atlantic City DTV meetup. I'd be down, but I mean,
was there talk of this on Screen Time or something?
No, not at all.
Just randomly said that?
I think he's just maybe tossing it out there. I mean, I'd be all for it, but geez, talk about a trek. I mean, it's got to be probably 4 hours from here.
Speaking of meetups, Are you a little disappointed? Friday, you're going to miss the one, the only Chokery in studio.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll be here Friday. I mean,
you might come back.
Is he going to be in here early?
Yeah.
Sports 10 o'clock?
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, worst comes to worst, you can always video.
I know, dude, but I obviously have never met Chokery, so I mean, I would love to meet him in person.
If you could find a way,
canes, dude. Yeah, if I could find a way, I'd love to get back here. My mother may be disappointed, but maybe
you might
I'll
have to do it. Yeah, I mean, a football frenzy, a football Friday with Chokery.
I know,
you just can't beat it.
You really can't.
I feel like
what you do plans?
Yeah.
What do you got?
Plans.
Rhode Island
combo. So Rhode Island this weekend, but tomorrow just my parents and Sam's house. So just a combination.
Oh, so you're doing the double.
Going
to Sam's and then ending at your parents, or
I haven't figured it out yet.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah, and then so over the weekend, whole family's gonna get together. Me, my sisters, their husbands, my godson, my parents in Rhode Island. Saturday, going to the Providence College basketball game. Providence Pizza. So looking forward to that.
How is the Providence Pizza?
No, Providence Pizza is actually a place. It's a restaurant. It's Coal Fire Pizza.
Right.
Unbelievable. There used to be one in Westerly right nearby where we used to have one of our duplexes. And
nice.
it went out, but they have one in Providence. So that's where it originated, and just really good wings.
Oh, dude,
the
wings
cold
and
fire
pizza.
wings with those onions, unbelievable.
Wait, so you're here Friday, and then at night you're going to Rhode Island, or
Friday, probably. I mean, it depends because
Midday?
Sam was still seeing if she had to work on Friday. So either we're gonna head up Friday night or Friday after Sportsport. Still figuring it out.
Yeah. All right, that's cool. That's a nice little weekend right there, Rhode Island.
Yeah. So
You going surfing?
no surfing in the winter.
I don't know. Maybe. You know.
Renee, when you going home?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock. So you
Oh, wow. So
you
right after
literally are
this,
staying
basically.
just for the sports, but you just couldn't. You had to see it.
There today.
I mean, World Cup, update. I mean, that's Renee's on top of it.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just do World Cup updates throughout the day. Tomorrow, on Friday, I'm pretty sure me, Manny, and Danny Nev are gonna live stream, pregame of the England USA game.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What time is that game at on Friday? What time is that game at? Do you know?
I should talk about right now. Friday at 1 o'clock.
Oh, 1 o'clock p.m.
So
Eastern
right
time,
after
baby.
Sportsport,
Yeah.
perfect transition piece.
Wow, dude.
Renee's mic is off.
Prefer says Renee's mic
she
is
doesn't
off.
have a mic.
Yeah, she's not on the mic, unfortunately. Thanks for the
Yeah. For the
update.
concern, prefer.
Yeah, Renee's too good for the microphone.
But the thing is, Tony, it's Thanksgiving. What goes with Thanksgiving better than football?
Turkey.
Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
6 for 101, 2 touchdowns. To Evans, touchdown, Tampa Bay. How about that throw? Sam Darnold blasted. Oh my goodness, did he take a hit? In trouble once, brings him down. Loft one for Odell Beckham Jr. Got it down, touchdown.
Do have a comment, and this, if you would, Tony.
Oh, did it come in for you, not for me?
Give it a
Okay, here we go.
second.
Oh, wow. Anthony Pucci.
Hey, it's Matthews, which is my friend Brandon. I
Right.
mentioned
Have
you
a good
before.
turkey day, fellas.
So we appreciate Brandon tuning in.
And then
and-
Jay Bird also needs some picks for tomorrow, Barnes.
We'll talk about picks for tomorrow. And the thing
Yeah.
is, Brandon's a big soccer fan, so I don't know why he hasn't called in for World Cup.
Yeah. Hey,
We're encouraging it.
get
right?
him in, dude.
And I also did want to mention the legend himself, Michael, has joined the party. Do we
No.
does Prefer need to turn on your mic?
Prefer, turn on his mic, please.
Hey guys, hello internet world, and now, hold on, sorry. Oh,
Prefer says, let's go, Brandon.
how many? 709 subs that we have. Hello to all you.
Dude, absolutely phenomenal, man.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Great job, guys.
Michael, did you hear before we were talking about it? Tony might make the trek back just to meet Choker. He's that pumped.
Wow.
I know, dude. I didn't realize it was Friday morning.
Yeah.
Dude. Wow, dude
Dude.
is right.
A frenzy. I mean,
Tony, it's up to you,
I know.
but I think it would be dope.
it would be, it'd be so dope, dude.
maybe some cheesecake for breakfast.
Dude, that's
That sounds like a plan right there.
Yeah.
fucking take a nap while you're driving.
No, you don't.
But
You eat
the
it when you
thing
get here.
is, I do feel obligated. Jay, obviously one of our biggest fan. He's talking picks for tomorrow. So obviously 3 games, the Thanksgiving slate. You know what I feel like we have to do, Tony? Let's do a mini Thanksgiving frenzy. Yes.
You want some music, dude?
Yeah.
Oh,
Does turkey get eaten on Thanksgiving?
there's just something about the
It just gets him
yeah,
hyped.
I don't know what it is.
And then the picks are more accurate. Everybody has
Tony, I mean, then
Oh,
you go
hit
to
the-
this part
We
of
hit
it.
this one midway, dude.
Oh
It was
no.
left over from the last time. Here we go.
Volume, Tony, volume. Oh my,
Like
unbelievable.
it's his first day on the job.
Yeah. Higher. J-E. We can't even do that
Oh,
anymore.
I actually have a prediction
Anyway,
for next season.
Next
Quarterbacks.
season?
For quarterbacks.
Rogers done.
Are you off? What?
Rogers.
Wait, in terms of Wilson or?
Oh no, I was gonna say they're gonna end the year struggling,
Yes.
and he's gonna leave
Hold on,
from the
here.
Baltimore Ravens, and he's gonna come to the Jets.
Lamar?
Oh, Jackson.
Jackson.
That would be
No
crazy.
kidding.
That's
So what? Wilson's out, you think?
Oh, it depends how he ends, but if anything, he's our backup.
Wow, dude. And you're all
How the
for
tides
that?
have turned.
No, I mean, were you not here for Sportsport like the game after?
No.
Oh,
He
well,
wasn't,
that
yeah.
makes sense then.
Yeah.
You should have heard me then.
Were you saying that?
I was saying stuff along those lines.
Okay.
Today's now Thursday, Wednesday. Should have been here Monday.
Where was I on Monday?
Coming back home with the cheesecake.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, Michael.
Cue it up, Tony.
Anyway. All right, our first game. It's Turkey Day football, baby. First game, 12:30 p.m. CBS. You have the Buffalo Bills in Detroit against the Lions. A lot of people doubting Allen's health right now.
How's that elbow looking?
I don't know, dude, but Detroit's on a 3-game winning streak right now.
9.5-point favorites.
Woo!
The Lions, 3-game winning streak. Dan Campbell, the happiest he's been in 20 years. His teams are winning. He stopped crying. The caffeine intake has gone down. And he's ready for the biggest upset in Thanksgiving Day history as the Lions will defeat the Buffalo Bills, the highest scoring game in Thanksgiving history, 57-49. The Detroit Lions over the Buffalo Bills. The Bills will be almost even with the New York Jets in the standings and will be after their win on Sunday. Mark that one down. Jay's talking about bets. That's your best bet. The Lions plus 9.5 and a couple shekels on the money line. That
Nice,
puppy is
dude.
paying out pretty.
Absolutely. Love the over, too. 54.5.
I mean, they're going to hit it themselves, the Lions.
Absolutely love it, dude. Next game, we're jumping the 4:30 p.m. time slot. This is Rothenberg's big game of the day here as your G-men are going to be in Dallas against the Cowboys. Both teams 7-3. What do you think's going to happen?
The biggest game for the New York Giants since the infamous 2016 playoff game in Green Bay, Bieber, the boat party, the list goes on and on again, and the Giants come storming in to Big D, 9.5-point underdogs. We saw an upset in game 1. Will we see one in game 2? Jones drops back to pass, sack, fumble, pick. He's going to do all that. 49-0, the Cowboys over the Giants. The Giants, the biggest pretenders in the National Football League.
Okay. All right, let's go to our nightcap here now. 8:20 NBC. Brian's New England Patriots are going to be in Minnesota against the Vikings. We have Minnesota minus 2.5 here. Kind of a tight leash there. What do you think?
This one is tough for me, Tony. This one is definitely tough. And history would say Kirk Cousins,
Big
prime
spot.
time, Belichick not against the top quarterback, mince meat, all of that. But the thing is, Tony, he's no longer Kirk Cousins. He's the Iceman. We saw it on the way back on the plane ride. And I know they just got throttled last week. But Kirk Cousins is going to win the biggest game of his life on the biggest stage in Minnesota.
Wow.
The Vikings, in a back-and-forth, low-scoring game, will defeat the New England Patriots 21-18. Greg Joseph misses a 47-yarder. The Patriots jump off sides. Another chance from 42 through the uprights, and it's good. And everybody's having turkey for the legendary John Madden.
Wow, dude. And just like that, there are your football games for Thanksgiving. Brian, favorite Thanksgiving dish right now. Go.
Pecan pie.
Really?
So good. Wow. Pecan cheesecake is pretty good, too.
Oh, I've never had that.
Unbelievable. Well, I know it's too many toppings for you.
No. Jay Bird says Lions, baby.
Lions. Yep. Lions on the money line.
Prefer also says, Tony, you missed the Monday show. It was great, he says. Wow.
I have to look this up. I want your guess, Tony. So 9.5-point favorites. Your guess on a money line bet for the Lions.
Jeez. Minus.
No, it would be plus because
Or plus,
big
yeah,
dogs,
sorry. 275. You don't have it?
No, I have it. Oh, actually, they don't
Oh.
have it up here.
Oh.
Are you kidding, though?
Really? What is that? ESPN?
Yeah. I'm going to try one other thing here. Let me just make sure.
Just double check here, dude. Wow.
Oh, okay. Yep. So plus 335.
Oh, really? I have 350.
I mean, that
according
wouldn't
to
surprise me either.
Barstool Sportsbook.
Wow. Though you want to talk about value? My favorite dish is the Giants logo Carvel ice cream cake.
I mean, Carvel ice cream cake is fire. I've never had the Giants logo one specifically. Are we talking some hella blue icing, dude?
You know what's funny, Michael? You know, Michael, I always respect his opinion. He knows what he's talking about. It's just not my taste. I actually don't like stuffing or mac and cheese.
You don't like mac and cheese at all?
Hate mac and cheese.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't find myself running into mac and cheese, honestly, typically on Thanksgiving.
But you know what the funny part
honest.
is? So hate mac and cheese, love baked ziti.
Well, that's different things,
Different
dude.
cheeses.
Yeah, different
You know what
cheeses.
I mean? I don't need Velveeta. I don't need whatever Velveeta.
Well, what about like if I made you a homemade
No.
mac and cheese? No,
Lobster mac and cheese, yes.
Well, see, there's not much difference there, bud.
See, but you get a little funny, a couple extra toppings, end of the world, sky's falling, sayonara.
You get a little funny, a couple extra toppings.
Green
Jay
bean
Bird, nice green bean
casserole.
casserole. Wow.
Interesting.
Jay's a healthy guy, you know.
Yeah. I'm kind of curious what his thoughts are. You know, he's riding with the Lions. He loves that pick.
Mm-hmm.
Does he agree with me on the Cowboys covering that 9.5? I know it's a huge number, rivalry game within the division. But I feel like this Cowboys defense is unbelievable.
Right.
Giants defense, I think, is a little overrated. They've had a soft schedule, and their offense sucks. And they just lost their best receiver, Wan'Dale Robinson.
I know.
I mean, I know Saquon Barkley's really good, but I just don't see anybody scaring that Cowboys defense.
I would think Brian. I would think Jay's right there with you, Brian.
Does he like kind of rubbing it in with the Giants, like being a Jets fan, like doesn't want
No,
to do that,
I don't think it seems he doesn't really care much about any other team besides the Jets. Honestly,
Okay.
It doesn't even look their way, sort of deal. You know, it's just ride or die with him. Jet up, as Michael says, 710 sub. Shout out to the 10 plus subscribers we just got today. Shout out to you guys. If you are tuning in, thanks for the sub. And tell your friends about us. You know, we have content out there. Try to get as much subs as possible. Road to 1K, baby. Let's go.
Cowboys are hitting a late season stride. I mean,
well, they have good pieces, dude. They do. They have decent receivers. Right, they got Lamb, who's been pretty solid, of course. You know, running game.
Michael Gallup
Dalton looking pretty good, dude.
Jarwin,
and you know, there's talk
Tony
about
Pollard.
There's talk about Odell going to them.
I think he's going.
I think it makes a lot of sense because I think, actually, believe it or not, I think Michael K said it yesterday.
Well, I mean, now he's not going there.
Yeah, I know, right? But he was saying how, like, if Odell were to go to the Giants, like, you'd have to immediately, like, pressure's on him, like, you're going to be our number one receiver. You have to produce right away. He goes to the Cowboys. Not only are they, you know, more than likely a contending team compared to the Giants,
but he could just kind of rip it in the background.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, come up with a big play every so often, have to be like, oh, you're a guy every single time. This is it. We rely on you. So I could see why the Cowboys were more enticing for him.
I don't know. You know, I'm kind of just coming up with this on the fly. I'm just kind of thinking about things. I think, you know, it's been since, I believe, 95. I could be wrong. We could look it up. I'm pretty sure it's 95. I think the Dallas Cowboys might be going back to the Super Bowl.
Really?
I mean, that defense. Lat time? You think they do lats over there in Big D or no?
Oh, absolutely, dude. 96.
Oh, it was 96. Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, just think about the NFC as a whole.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so. I mean, yeah. I mean, you think about how the Cowboys kind of, you know, lost last year too in the playoffs. I mean,
Is there a rematch on the horizon?
Yeah, I think so. And again, the way they lost last year was just so, like, crazy. I mean, it was ridiculous. Time running, the clock ended up going out. They couldn't, you know, spike the ball in time. The center was trying to place it himself. The ref had to get in there. Like, it was a pretty
Nance, Romo.
Yeah, pretty outrageous way to lose and end your season. And when you think about it, I mean, people were saying last year that this was Dallas's time. Right. You know, because they finally they had a great regular season. Dak was healthy. They were rolling. And it was just kind of that, I guess, extreme circumstance. They just kind of fumbled it. You know, no pun intended. So yeah, I could definitely see them, you know, coming in, you know, like you said, you know, the NFC. I mean,
it just, though, will the
Eagles?
Niners have their number again? I'm not worried about the Eagles.
Not even a little
I
bit,
think
dude.
Dallas will steamroll them, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's gonna be tough. Them and the Niners, honestly.
But I think the Niners. You don't think the Niners are better than the Eagles?
I mean, again, I think it comes down to Jimmy G and what he'll do at a big spot, and I just feel like he hasn't proved that he can kind of go that distance and kind of step up when he needs to in that high pressure situation.
So, Dallas hosting NFC Championship game, Jerry World against the Niners. You're taking the Cowboys.
Yeah,
That would be a good game. I mean, it was a good game last year.
yeah, dude.
Because I don't. Yeah, I mean, you really think I'm being too premature with the Eagles? I just feel like easy schedule. I don't know. Hurts, big spot. He hasn't been in that situation before.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can see why you have doubts, but I think it is a little premature. I think these next couple of weeks are going to be, very telling as to what their playoffs are going to look like for them. Because if Hurts isn't doing well, with the pressure against good teams, then you can be like, well, how could he even, do well against a team in the playoffs?
Biggest contender outside of Philly, Dallas, San Francisco, and the NFC.
I know you're going to hate it, but I want to say the Giants.
Really?
Yeah.
Over Minnesota?
Yeah. Minnesota, dude, fraudulent. Come on.
No way they even win a playoff game?
No.
Yeah. I mean, wouldn't completely surprise me. But
Kirk Cousins is the Iceman.
Is that a bite? So the Eagles have to face the Giants twice. One in the regular season finale, one on December 11th in the Meadowlands. So you think about that. You think about the fact that they're playing Green Bay this Sunday. Which you'd expect them to roll over.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee's been one of the hottest teams in the league. They play them next week. They also have to go to Chicago and go to Dallas. They did beat Dallas earlier in the year at home. So I mean, those are some tests right there. I mean, out of Tennessee, the Giants, and the Cowboys. I mean, who do you think matches up the best with the Eagles to beat them in out of those games?
Oh, I mean, I guess the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
And they play the Giants twice, you say,
Giants
right?
twice, but I think they're going to sweep the Giants.
I think they're going to split.
Really?
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson.
Overlook. Oh, get out of town.
But yeah, the NFC is definitely shaping up to be interesting. You know what we have to do though, Tony? I feel like you completely forgot about it. Did you know what I'm going to say or no?
I don't think so.
Week 11. Wait, is this still week 11 or is it week 12?
Technically, it's week 12, right?
Okay, but right.
Week 12. Thursday starts.
So pre-week 12 power rankings. And by the way, 21-14 both picked up a point yesterday in hockey. Just so we know for picks.
Nice, dude.
Do we do anything with these games? I mean,
oh, you want to go heads up or something?
You want Okay. So yeah, give me Dallas.
Okay, give me the Bills.
And then give me the Vikings, and you'll take the Patriots.
Yeah, I like that. I mean,
right.
Patriots have been doing pretty well for me when I pick them. So
let's
see it, dude.
But now, power rankings.
Top 5?
Top 5.
I mean, I guess one has to be Kansas City, right?
I mean,
come on,
your power rankings, sir.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna say, and I guess two. I guess give me the Bills.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Dallas.
Yep.
Then Niners.
And
then Eagles.
Interesting. All right. So for me, let's get this going down here. All right. So hate to copy you, but I mean, I had the Chiefs number 1 last week.
Right.
They stay in my top position here.
Mm.
Number 2, with that drubbing of the Minnesota Vikings, I got to go with Dallas. Number 3, definitely going to go with the 49ers.
Wow.
I don't even think I'm going to have the Bills in my top 5, honestly. I think Allen maybe isn't right. He might not be the rest of the season, which is tough for them. I'm going to say the Dolphins, number 4. I think you kind of forgot about the Dolphins.
Yeah, I did a little bit. That's okay, though.
I kind of knew that right away. The last one, this is tough. A lot of different ways to go. Jeez. Boy. You know what, Tony? I'm gonna throw you a little curveball here. The Washington Commanders.
Oh gosh.
Run game, defense,
Mhm.
water. No?
Water.
I mean, the Commanders, I'm just saying that they were talking about their schedule too. You know, it's not too tricky the rest of the way.
What is it? Were we talking about their schedule? Us? We were?
No.
Oh, they.
The morning show was
The
talking about it.
proverbial they.
I mean, 6-5 right now.
Mhm.
You know, looks like Heineke's locked in the rest of the season. So let's just talk, you know, win-loss rest of the way. Hosting the Falcons this week, I think that's a win.
Yeah.
7-5. At Giants, home to Giants with a bye in between. You want to say the proverbial split. I think they could win both, but we'll say a split. So that would be 8-5, 8-6. At the 49ers, loss 8-7. Beat the Browns 9-7. Dallas, last week of the season. Does Dallas have anything to play for? I don't think they do. Cooper Rush starts 10-7. Done. No?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
sounds good, dude.
The stars align.
Wait, so how many games? There's five games left. 6?
No.
Including
for them 6, other teams 7, depending on the buys.
Interesting. And Giants had their bye already.
Giants had their bye.
So they play Eagles twice, Washington twice, and then 2 other games.
We'll pull it up right here.
That's crazy that they play.
I don't know the Giants, man. All right, so we'll say Dallas lost, so that would be what, 7-4.
Yeah.
Commanders loss.
They split with the Commanders.
7-5. Eagles lost 7-6. Win against the Commanders.
Win against the Eagles.
8-6. Lost to the Vikings. Lost to the Colts. 8-8, and then 9-8 maybe. Yeah, really.
That sucks.
That's a tough stretch.
Yeah.
The Colts will be hungry, you know, for their
Saturday.
sake. I'm sure they're hoping, you know, fighting for a playoff spot at the end of the year there. But
that's
Giants,
crazy.
I don't think the stars are aligning. I
No.
really, really don't. But yeah, so looking forward to the games. I think, you know, it could be one of the better, you know, Thanksgiving Day slates we've had. Usually there's a couple, you know, and especially the Lions are, you know, not usually competitive. In Dallas, you know, has gone not recently the last couple of years, but has had stretches where, you know, there's a backup quarterback in, or they're just not having a good season. So I think we're in for a treat tomorrow. And like we said, the first game, 12:30 CBS, Nance and Romo. So good stuff there, Tony. But I know you're chomping at the bit
let's go.
to go to the world of the National Hockey League.
Here's Matthews. Scores! Hat-trick goal!
My goodness, this is a great shot.
Big hit on the far side by McCarr. He flattens Jordan's skull. Oh, my goodness.
Next to come right back. Terrifying and robbed by Shesterkin. That's brilliant from Igor Shesterkin.
It's a breakaway to win it in overtime. McDavid scores! The winner in overtime!
When was the last time, Tony, that we recapped a Rangers win, a comeback win, a multiple goal deficit comeback win?
This season, none.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, an effort that we just needed. 5-3 over the Kings.
Correct.
How'd we get there?
Oh, wow. Well, let me tell you how we got there. All right. So obviously, you know, first period, not a whole lot to look forward to if you're a Rangers fan here. You know, we mentioned some of the young talent that the Kings acquired. They came out hot early and often. I think the Kings had like 27 shots on goal in the first period to like the Rangers like 11, maybe something like that. They were just getting outshot, out hit. You had a first goal 35 seconds into the game by Fiala, 7th of the year. We talked about him yesterday. I forget where he came from, but, you know, 4th season in the league, came from the wherever he did. I'm going to look it up right now. I'm kind of pissed that I don't remember. Nashville and Minnesota having the big year, right? Last season, 85 points, 52 assists, 33 goals. Him continuing that good season. I mentioned 7th goal of the year. He later had, assisted on 2 other goals for the Kings later on. Right. And you're thinking like, oh man, like we're down 1 early. That's fine. Let's maybe shake the cobwebs out, whatever cobwebs we would have against LA. We know that they're good, they're quick, whatever. Fiala, first goal. Don't look back. Okay. About 5 minutes later, the Kings score again. Velarde, a young drafted guy we mentioned yesterday as well. Literally 2 guys we highlighted on the Kings bench here score right away in the first period. Rangers right now look dead in the water. I mentioned being outscored, 27-11, whatever it was. They went into the second period heads down. One of the worst periods of hockey I think we've seen the Rangers play here. Again, I think maybe a little bit taken aback by the way the Kings were playing. But nonetheless, dude, by the way, that Velarde goal was on the power play. So again, Rangers just struggling to keep up with the Kings' speed here. Reminded me of the Stanley Cup playoffs 2015 again, dude. But nonetheless, let's go second period here with Braden Schneider coming out quick. Nice slap shot from the blue line. Okay, the defenseman getting his first goal of the season, assisted by Hedel and Lafreniere. We mentioned this kid line developing this season. We've mentioned them having great shifts this season as well, finally having something to show for it. Some great forward work down low from the net, kicking it out to Schneider here. And then later on, about 10 minutes later, you have Trocheck in there to tie it up, assisted by Lindgren and Fox. And then 5 minutes after that, Kakko, again, the kid line, Kakko scores for his 4th of the year. Hedel with his 6th assist, Lafreniere with his 7th of the season. Right there, you're seeing that the young kids finally, so just honestly taking the bull by the horns here, because obviously we mentioned the lack of leadership, the lack of veteran, I guess examples here with the Rangers and why just the lack of drive, lack of whatever. You're coming in the second period, you're down 2-0. The kids do their work, they do it well. And just like that, you're up 3-2. The Kings seemingly have no answer. You have Shesterkin acting like that brick wall. Again, I'm telling you, I think this kid line is going to be key for the rest of the season here, because you can tell by the way they were playing. I mean, it looked like, Shesterkin was getting amped. Okay. You saw him make some big saves after big opportunities for the Rangers. So obviously, both sides of the puck here working to keep the Rangers in the game. And then third period here, you had an early goal about 6 minutes in by Walker. Kind of a garbage goal. I mean, Kopitar was just kind of using his speed to get past Rangers defenders. Kopitar, I mentioned he's going to be a Hall of Famer here. Seemingly getting, squeezing the last bits of juice out of his career. That was assisted by Fiala. And then again, I mentioned Kopitar kind of dangles, gets the puck out to Walker. He scores. But you know what, dude? Less than a minute later, Kreider scores on a phenomenal goal, actually. A veteran play from your veterans here, assisted by Zibanejad and Adam Fox. You had some solid defensive play in the Rangers' own zone, right? Fox gets the puck, passes to Zibanejad. Kreider, using his speed, Zibanejad recognizing where Kreider is going to be, chucks the puck to ice the puck, basically. Zibanejad ices the puck. Kreider uses his speed to get behind the Kings' defense. Puck takes a nice, player's bounce, as they would say, right onto Kreider's blade, and he just slaps one past Peterson. This was definitely, a goal I think Peterson wishes he had back. But again, I mean, when you have Kreider coming at you full speed, it's hard to think twice about anything. So I absolutely love that. Again, that was, to put the Kings up 4-3. The Rangers up 4-3, and then Kreider gets a second on the empty net here. But I mean, Brian said it. When's the last time we kind of recapped a comeback victory from the Rangers here? Probably not since the playoffs last year. And to do it against the Kings, a team that's been, I think, surprising many people with their level of play. Excuse me, with their speed, with their young guys, a good mix of young and veteran players. Jonathan Quick, although he wasn't in between the pipes, I think has kind of stepped up since the beginning of the season, since people started doubting, his speed with his age in net for the Kings. But I mean, like I was saying, second period, you start with the young guys. That's the young blood here gets excited. They're quick, good puck handling. They find the back of the net 3 times in the second period to put the Rangers not only in this game, but in the lead. And then you have Kreider, the veteran line, to just kind of shut it out. That is exactly what I think the strategy should be from the Rangers now on. Have the young guys out there. They're young. They're hyper. They're in great shape. They have the talent. Let them out there. Get that third line, that young line. Give them extra shifts, okay? Get them more time on the ice. Let them tire out the defense of whoever we're playing. And then in the game, you have veterans on the ice like Kreider, Zibanejad, Panarin, who just kind of know what to do and can kind of take advantage of a tired defense of, again, whoever we're playing. I think this is really going to be, something that the Rangers can kind of lean on is their youth, as we did in the playoffs last year. But now I think at this point you can give them some extra leash here. Let those young guys stay on the ice, create opportunities for them. And I think that's just going to be our recipe right now. I mean, this is a phenomenal comeback against a really good LA team. I know, people knock them, but I mean, in reality, the Kings, are going to be a contending team, one of the best teams in the West right now. I mean, this is a phenomenal comeback. Again, scoring 5 goals is something we haven't seen the Rangers do in a while either. And I think this is a great time to kind of, like I said, lean on our youth. Let's see how it plays out. We have Anaheim tonight in the back-to-back. Get the youth out there. Okay, Anaheim is not good. Give those young guys a chance to prove themselves again on the ice. They generated so much offense for you last night, and to do it after a abysmal first period where the Rangers looked like they were just going to roll over here. I think it's just a great indication of what this Rangers team could really be like. Imagine if they played the first period like they did the second and the third. It would have been 8-3.
Tony, when I woke up this morning, checked the score. I thought I was seeing things. I swear to God, 2-0. I thought it was going to be like a 5-1, a 4-1, a 5-2. It had that written all over it. And the fact, too, that Igor, was able to hone in. Because really, I mean, he allowed one, besides the 2 in the first, he just allowed one at like almost toward like
the beginning of the third period.
Okay. Yeah. So he really settled in, because I was thinking, geez, are they gonna have to pull him? And then Kreider too, because Kreider has been quiet. I would love to see the comparison of where he was at this point last year compared to this year. I'm sure he's got to have 4 or 5 less goals.
Yeah, at least. I was looking at it this morning. I think he's at 8 goals or 7 goals, 8 assists or something like that. 8 goals, 7 assists.
9 goals. But empty netter.
Yeah,
you count the second.
Well, I mean, you do.
Goal's a goal, but I'm saying the difficulty of it.
I mean, when you think about it, what he was at last year, he had like 85 points in the season. It was 52 goals, 30 something assists. He was definitely a little bit, further along, in his stat sheet now compared to last year. But I mean, again, last year was his best year of his career. And still early on where he can kind of get close to that, like 48 goals, something like that. But yeah, he's definitely not as far along. But it's. But
fine. Remember what we said before the season? We thought about it for a second, but more than likely 30, 35. Right. That 50 number is so hard to get.
I know it's ridiculous, and especially now. Like I'm saying, I mean, last year it was just rely on Kreider for the net all year.
Isn't it crazy though? Like the amount of goals. I would love to see if we could get like a stat on that were just him literally quick,
right,
holding that stick out, nicking the corner and going in.
Probably like close to half, and then the other half is probably just like breakaway goals. Honestly, it's absolutely outstanding. But like I'm saying, I think he's gonna get some less looks on offense. Let those young guys get those those longer shifts going, which is fine. I mean, you gotta know your role. And again, if Kreider's there to kind of blow past the defenders and get a goal, if that's what he's there for, that's what he's there for. So I'm all for it. And yeah.
Does he lead the team in goals this year?
Is he right now?
I believe so. You'll never guess. Oh, you probably will guess, but I'm just gonna ask you anyway. Who has 7? He's got 9. Who's got 7?
I don't think it's Zibanejad. It's definitely not Panarin. Adam Fox?
I think Fox actually has 6, which last year, didn't he have 10 only?
Yeah.
So Fox does have 6. Zibanejad actually does have 10, but Vincent Trocheck has 7.
Oh, no kidding. Let's go,
Yeah,
dude. The
yeah.
dividends, dude.
Are you a little surprised there? I mean, I don't know. He's not like a 35, 40 goal. Isn't he
No.
like 20, 25?
He's not, but I mean, I kind of assumed when he was with the Rangers. I mean, the one thing they need is more goal scoring. So I would have guessed he would have been looked to score some more goals here. And again, as someone, on a team like the Rangers, I mean, the Rangers love moving the puck as much as possible. So for him to kind of find the back of the net, find the puck on his blade, it doesn't surprise me as much.
Better season, Lafreniere, Hedl, or Kako?
Ooh, that's a good question. Give me Hedl.
Are you almost surprised though between all those guys that none of them has had like that big breakout year yet, or you understand just because of the depth of the team the last couple of years?
Yeah, and I think because of not only the depth but the rebuild. When you go through a rebuild, you tend to lean on your veterans more. So it doesn't surprise me completely. I think it took a long time for Kako to really find his own way here. We saw him do that in the postseason last year. Finally, so I'm expecting some very big seasons out of that line. Very big season out of that line this year for sure.
More goals this year, Carlson or Fox?
Oh, Carlson.
Wow.
Yeah, they talk about leaning on someone. Jesus, dude. Yeah, for sure.
Over 20 for him. I think he's got 11.
Yeah,
already.
definitely.
Wow. I think it's been like 7-8 years since he's had that many.
Really? That long?
Because they gave him that big contract and he just hasn't
Sat on it.
Yeah, he just hasn't had the goal scoring.
We have a couple comments here from Michael Theophil. He says, not impressed in regards to the Rangers. He goes, what's impressive? 14 straight, #NJD.
Couple things here.
Oh, they're not at 14 yet, so let's not jump the gun.
Let's not jump the gun. But before we get to that,
they tied the franchise record, though, at 13.
No, I'm actually asking this question out loud. Have they played yet, the Devils Rangers yet this year or no?
No.
Okay. And I would imagine 3 matchups.
Yeah, probably.
So that'll be
Would you imagine?
Would you imagine? They play
but Michael, I mean, before we're jumping to conclusions,
I'm pretty sure they play soon.
My last
Devils
hockey game was Devils Rangers.
Really?
I think they play within the next 10 games. I'm pretty sure.
But I'm
Devils
saying
won.
before, obviously the Devils up to this point, more wins, obviously the big winning streak. But let's, let it be determined on the ice before we, jump to conclusions.
Also, Michael, you be careful with the jinx here. Talking about 14 straight.
No, there's just destiny.
You finally agree with me. Jinx, lazy excuse.
Yeah, you got to get it done.
What happens?
Unfavorable outcome.
Yeah, all right. What happens if they don't win tonight?
Who are they playing?
And they don't win.
Oh, they playing?
There's no jinx.
Ooh, dude, they're playing the Maple Leafs tonight too.
Dude,
at home, though.
They love maple syrup.
I thought they were at the Timmy Horton Arena.
Nah, dude.
No.
Tim Horton sucks, dude.
Really?
No, it's okay. Donut holes.
I mean, it's hard to really mess up a donut hole.
I guess you'd be surprised, huh?
Yeah.
But I do. I mean, they've had the Maple Leafs numbered, I think, all season so far. So interesting game tonight, dude, to pick. I think I know what Brian would pick, though.
Well, couple things, Tony. We still got to cover a couple things here.
Oh yeah, sure.
The first one, I love this win. This is the team that we saw last year.
Mm-hmm.
I hope we see this going forward. And it's like I said this so many times with the Yankees this year. Like, let this be the turning point.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We can't revert back. And I know it's a tougher spot just because Halak is starting tonight. Unconfirmed, but I mean, I mean, there's no way that he doesn't start. They just don't go back to backs this early in the year. You have to win tonight. Anaheim has 5 wins. I don't care if it's a backup tender. They haven't won in this situation all year. They have not won back-to-back games.
I know.
Like played on consecutive days all season.
Mm-hmm. Why are you worried?
Well, I'm saying they haven't done it.
Right. I think they can, even with Halak.
But if you had to walk the plank, you would go all in with Halak.
Yeah, definitely.
Michael looks like he's questioning that.
Well, even so, I mean, look at look at the Ducks. Okay, they're 5-13-1.
Terry.
Terry. Yes, they have goal scorers in their team, as any team does. But it's it's the matter what they do with those goal scorers. And I mean, look at their production. Again, I mentioned their record 5-13. Terry, of course, 20 points in the season, but only 7 goals, 13 assists. Next up would be Zegras has 8 goals. 2 of them on the power play. So they have, I guess, a strong power play. But I mean, most teams do anyway. And we have decent. I mean, we have more than decent goaltending. Anaheim does not. I mean, Gibson 3-11-1, 415 average goals against.
But
Come on, dude.
Halak, I don't know what's more
doesn't-
concerning.
yeah, but
also the offense. We haven't seen the offense back-to-back games go off.
Right.
And quick interruption, Chokery. Happy Thanksgiving. It has been a fun year. We're all getting ready for Chokery's debut on the Sports Port.
Very important.
2 days from now.
He better be in the Hurricanes jersey.
Tony might drive hours back just to make it.
Hours is correct.
Yeah. So that's good stuff. But if you had to say, Tony, and I know I always put you in very good there, more confident in a strong offensive game or Halak allowing less than 2
Offensive
goals?
game.
Really? So it could be 3 or
question.
4 let up from Halak.
I would say 3 from him.
Yeah.
And I think that's very reasonable. It's not like, crazy for him. Still looking for his first win of the season, I believe. I think he's 0-4.
Yeah. A little ridiculous on the road, backup tender -165. Is that not ridiculous or no?
What?
He's horrible.
No, I'm saying the Rangers are -165.
The Rangers aren't
yeah.
good.
Backup tender on the road.
Right.
I understand it's Anaheim, but don't you think that's a little steep with a backup playing or no?
Yeah.
No.
That hasn't won yet this year, though?
It's pathetic.
Doesn't matter, though, because I'm telling you, it's
So we can put this to the test. You'll walk the plank if you're
absolutely,
wrong on this?
yeah.
Michael,
show me
you'll
the
hold him
plank.
accountable?
Show me the
I'm
plank. I'll
witness.
walk
I'm
it.
We'll
witness.
pull one outside right there.
Yeah, we got a nice little plank over here.
I'll walk it. Put the little kiddie pool out there, fill it with some water. I'll dive right in.
That means you're saying he's going to lose.
I'll still.
If you're diving right in, you're saying he's going to lose.
No,
Chalk it
that's
up.
fine, dude. I'll still go even if I win. That's how confident I am, dude.
So I really hope, though, that, they could just take care of business. And it's great, though, that that's a late game tonight. Thanksgiving Eve. Sure, everyone will be up. I definitely am going to watch some of that game.
Oh yeah, you bet your ass you'll be watching some of that game.
But before we get to tonight, one other thing quickly, just wanted to mention this. Did I not hit it right on the head? The Sabres over the Canadiens, Tony, a 7 spot.
Crazy. They scored 3 goals within the first 2 minutes of the game, dude. Like
they were tight
all
though. They've
over
been
the place.
struggling.
Yeah. They were. It was bottling up. It was a bottleneck situation. Okay, they were dying for some goals. Buffalo was dying for some goals, and they saw the Canadiens, and they just exploded, dude.
So 3 in the first, 3 in the third. And their leading goal scorer, Tage Thompson, 13 goals on the season. Give me 5 minutes on him.
Tage Thompson, we saw him last year. Definitely break out towards the end of the year. What he loves to do above anything else on the ice is shoot that puck. Okay, let me tell you, he gets great opportunities, but he also just does not hesitate, which many players do, especially younger players. They kind of think twice. Maybe let me pass if I'm the extra man. Tage Thompson says no, grips it and rips it, and that's why he scores goals.
Very underrated. 38 goals last year. Had no idea.
We talked about him last year, dude.
With 38, I had no idea it was
dude.
38.
Telling you, grips it and rips it.
Wow.
Does not think twice. No hezzy.
I really would like. It would be nice if Buffalo could get in contention, develop some type of rivalry with the Rangers,
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. It seems like it's years away. No.
Yeah, dude.
Years nice
sounds about
night,
right.
But I don't know.
I mean, again, if they still had Eichel, it'd be fucking. But they had some pieces. Yeah, but they got some good pieces from Vegas when they traded Eichel, and then Craig Anderson is their goaltender. I think he was with Ottawa forever. He's 41 years old.
Comrie though has 11 starts this year, 4-7, 3.62. Anderson
still not great.
1 over 8 starts, but hey,
Can't
if
handle
Anderson was our backup tender, maybe we'd be a couple places up in the standings.
No, not the way they were playing. Don't worry about it. Okay, dude. Buffalo need a better goaltender to be in any type of contention.
That's what you said about the Devils.
Yeah, and look at them. Now they have a great goaltender and they're in contention.
Imagine if we had Vanacek.
What?
No? Is it Vanacek?
Yeah, it is on the Devils, correct.
I'm not saying he's better than Shesterkin. I'm saying
no, but you're saying but it's as if a Halak. Oh wow, come on, dude.
Wait, what does that even mean? Wait, what does that mean?
You're acting like if we had a good backup tender, we'd be the best team in the league.
Well, I just think about 4. Is it 4? I think it's 4 losses.
It is 4 losses, but we went over these losses, dude. Okay, Rangers were playing piss poor, regardless of who's in between the pipes for them. Okay, how many losses?
I've heard this I feel like I've heard this all season. It's crazy.
Because Brian keeps bringing it up.
I will admit
they keep losing.
I will admit
they do keep losing because the Rangers play like shit.
I know I'm tough on the lock. I guess it just
they need a new
me.
culture. They need, you know what they need? They need those boys back. They need, what's his name, to get out of Colony.
Chris Drury.
Isn't he the GM
He's
right
the
now?
GM and president.
All right, so
Wait,
you know what he
he's
needs
the
to do?
GM president, but he owns Colony.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
you
part
know
owner.
that? He's part owner of Colony.
You didn't know that?
Well, I thought I don't know. I thought there was
Dude.
multiple.
Anyway,
yeah.
Brian
Well,
Leach.
there are multiple owners.
Get Brian Leach. That's who you guys need.
How about
The Leach man.
what about it?
Also,
You know who I think
The
actually
Leech
outside of the
Man.
organization?
outside.
It's me, Mario. That's who you bring in.
Lemieux?
Yep.
I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
Dude, he's chalking up for that Rangers job. He's just eyeing it.
Yager, assistant coach.
Yamir Yager would be fired.
Assistant
dude.
coach.
He's still over
Him
in
and
some
Mario.
Czech league.
Didn't they
playing.
grow? Didn't they come into the league
Yes,
together?
yes.
He can't.
Pittsburgh.
We get the edge. He can't coach.
Lemieux.
Yager.
Yager. I'll put him in the line, dude. Get him out there.
No, but we could use a couple extra goal scorers.
Yager still is unbelievable.
Call him up right now.
Dude, he's honestly, I think he is the best player to ever play hockey. Ever.
Over Gretzky, though?
Yes, easily over
Gretzky,
Gretzky.
I heard, is overrated.
Gretzky, I'm so
Tony
sorry to
keeps
say
saying
this,
that.
is a little overrated.
He's not
Um,
more overrated than Michael Jordan, though.
Stop.
You think so, really? No, I mean, when you think, like, all right, think
Kobe's
about,
the best, though.
like,
so
Gretzky
whatever.
obviously came into the league, made a huge splash, right?
Like
Was,
five rings.
was playing a different type of hockey in terms of incorporating everyone. He's obviously a phenomenal skater, great puck handler. But think about the time in which Gretzky played in, right? Yager played in that same time. All right. We're talking about a time where defenders didn't skate backwards yet, where goalies, they were just all stand-up goaltenders. There was no butterfly, there was no going down. Yager played through that period with Gretzky and then into present period. And he adapted to it. He was still a great goal scorer. He was a phenomenal player. And this is a guy who's getting older, still adapting to the game. Skaters are getting better. He's getting better along with them. He's playing with people who he played with their father. You know, it's
But
absolutely ridiculous.
I feel like, though, the difference is, though, those like pinnacle seasons, like he didn't have nearly as many as Gretzky, though.
Oh no, and I mean, I think you're right in terms of, you know, breaking records, obviously. But I mean, think about it. Like in terms of all-time records, Yager played in like a Czech league in the middle of his career for like 5 years.
Yeah.
You know, it was 5 seasons of
But I
him not in the
mean,
NHL. And again,
How do we think he's still playing? I mean, was it rich plasma treatment? I mean, come on,
I think it's just like grit and can-do attitudes, dude.
Michael, 51 years old, hockey player.
He's
You're telling me
doing
no
steroids.
type of substance, no substance that doesn't
He's in
necessarily
Russia
need
right
to be
now?
That's
steroids.
like a ridiculous
He's
accusation.
in Russia.
51? Is it easy? He's a Czech, right? Czech league? I think he's Czech.
Let's see what he looks like. Let me see what he looks like right now.
Yeah, let's see if he's had any like a Tom Brady facelift or anything.
No, dude.
Yager.
50. So he's 50
Yeah. How do
exactly.
you spell his name?
Yaromir. Oh, Jaromir.
Jaga.
Do
Do you think he likes Jägermeister?
Oh, probably, dude. That's him now,
Wow.
dude. The man only skates. And does
Wow, look
nothing
at that.
else.
Let me see.
Dude, but how does he even like get up in the morning?
Wow, look at
He's
him with the.
unbelievable. So
He looks good, dude.
and he looks great, dude.
I don't know. Tony. I mean, Barnes. I think he
People
can do it.
people talk about
Yeah.
him when he's on the Panthers. All he did after games, he'd go out to the ice and still skate.
Yeah, no, he might be, but it's just, it's crazy. I guess.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it
dude.
really is the equivalent of
Such
Brady
a
minus
stud.
the championships.
Yeah, and he's just way cooler and better.
But
He
Tony,
owns a team in the Czech,
He does own. He's an owner now.
and he also plays right wing for them.
Jackie
player,
Moon.
owner.
Yeah, he looks like him.
Dude.
But Tony, big slate tonight, some TNT
But Tony,
games, off
get back to
tomorrow for
business, dude.
Thanksgiving. 4 games. I know you're starting with the Halak shutout, so give me the specifics.
I don't think a shutout. You know, I think again, kid line.
Is that Craig O?
Is
The
that
ghost of Craig O?
Craig O?
Oh, that was actually Matt.
Oh, did TTV fit?
Did you fit?
Chuck?
No, just him.
No,
Oh,
solo
okay,
dolo,
okay.
Matthew
Ward, yeah,
Gabriel,
Ward.
dude.
Ward.
You ever been to Ward? Good school, good
Yeah,
school.
probably had like a track meet back in the day, but continue.
Track meet, Brian?
I don't look like a runner.
Shot
Michael?
put?
I can
Renee?
see a sprinter.
No, honestly, you did field? You did shot put or something? Or
Like middle school, like barely though.
that's pretty dope, though. I like that.
Cross country too.
So let's go to Anaheim
Oh,
tonight.
wow.
The Rangers are visiting the not so mighty Ducks this season. I mentioned, I think a key to success here with the Rangers is using the kid line, give them extra time on the ice, let them do their thing. I would even start that line, honestly, tonight, because they're the only thing that was working for you yesterday. Not much else was. So why not let them out there, let them, spread their wings and fly, Brian. Give me a goal from Kako and Heedle, 2 assists from Lafreniere. And then again, same deal. Veterans cleaning up towards the back end. Rangers win this one. Another 5-goal night. Say 5-2. Keep it simple.
Avalanche, I believe they're in Vancouver. Let me just double check this. Yada. No, they're home actually. So minus 205. Gorgie unconfirmed. Rantanen, McKinnon. I don't think this one is going to be close. I think actually a Gorgie shutout here. Canucks are struggling at 6-10. 4-0 Avalanche. Rantanen 2, McKinnon 2.
All right, next game here. As cocky as Mike is getting, I'm gonna go with the Devils here at home against Toronto. Devils here minus 135. Toronto, obviously,
So you're just never gonna lose again?
No, dude, I'm not saying that.
I'm just kidding.
I'm just kidding. Again, Toronto, great team here. I mentioned a lot. Mitch Marner, Tavares, Matthews, someone else. Oh, Michael Bunting, I believe, on the team as well.
Last year, that was your big guy.
Yeah, dude. Good highlight reel from last season. But nonetheless, I think they do fall here to the Devils. I cannot overstate enough here how just well the Devils have been playing. Again, doing the fundamentals, just their forecheck has been unbelievable, and they just always find somebody open in the middle of the ice. Jesper Bratt being one of them, 24 points in the season so far, 8 of them being goals. Nico, the captain, 9 goals in the season as well. This team has just been firing on all cylinders. Vanacek, 918 save percentage, 2.14 goals against here, 9-1. And this is another game where I think, Vanacek comes up big, holds the Maple Leafs to 2 goals. I don't think this one's going to be a shutout win. I believe that was the last time they met. Devils won in the shutout. I think Devils win this in regulation 4-2, 14th in a row, breaking their franchise record.
I thought you had breaking news, man. I thought Aaron Judge 10-year deal for the Yankees. No?
10-year deal for the.
Don't even, Tony. Don't. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the Panthers here. The Bruins are losing. I'm sorry. It's just they can't win every game. Like we get in these habits of teams just winning out. And I think one thing that needs to be recognized here is while the Panthers have been inconsistent this year, Spencer Knight has really been playing his tail off between the pipes here. And it's just looked like the better tender. Has looked better than Bobrovsky. And I just think more than anything, Allmark unconfirmed, by the way, so maybe he gets the night off. But the Bruins have won 7 in a row. They're due for a loss here. Knight pitching the shutout, 2-0. Chachuk, both goals, including the second, 20 seconds left, empty netter.
Wow, dude. All right, my next game. I'll take Seattle over here at home. They had San Jose visiting them. Carlson, although, the 11 goals, the 17 or 18 assists, actually, 29 points a season, not enough here, I think, for San Jose.
Did he score?
Yeah, he can score 1, I guess. Why not? Maybe even they score 2. Timo Meier, who knows? Logan Couture has been doing pretty well, I think, too, skating pretty well. But Seattle, Jordan Eberle, 5 goals, 10 assists. He's been everywhere on the ice. The 32-year-old, who had stops, I think, in for the Islanders. He was playing for Edmonton for a while too. He's been kind of all over the place. I think maybe Vegas. I don't remember though, but he's been skating really well. And you have Burakovsky as well for Seattle, the young 27-year-old leading the team with assists. He's 11 assists in the season here. He's from Austria, by the way. And I understand, maybe the goaltending isn't great, but I mean, Jones has been doing pretty decent, honestly, for them. And I think, you think of Martin Jones, he's 32 years old. Excuse me. He's someone who spent the bulk of his career with San Jose. So I think, playing San Jose, he's gonna be feeling a little bit crazy here, not to mention his record 9-4-2, 2.3 goals against, 913 save percentage with 1 shutout. I think, I kind of convinced myself. Give me a second shutout for Jones here. San Jose doesn't score. Give me the Seattle Kraken 3-0.
Wow. And wow, Tony.
Martin Jones, dude.
I'm going with a heavy dog, as I usually do.
Coyotes?
Yep.
Dude. Oh.
Carolina, and I apologize to Chokery.
You should.
High hopes for Carolina, but he's been disappointed at times with them this year with the goaltending. Former Ranger Antti Ranta in net versus Vizmelka. And the Coyotes have been scuffling. I'll be the first one to admit. But this is where they right the ship. I think Vizmelka, vintage performance. Clayton Keller, hat trick. 3-1 Coyotes over the Hurricanes in Raleigh.
Wow, dude. Choker, you better let him have it. Okay, if the Canes win this one, dude. My next game, I'm gonna go to Vegas here. They're playing Ottawa. We talked about a team who's underwhelming. I thought they were gonna be good this season. They may come into their own, but I mean, it's not happening right now. Vegas, who's 15-4-1 in the season. We know Jack Eichel. Oh man, the comeback. You know, the highly touted player, finally the neck injury, the neck surgery, recovered. Here he is now for Vegas. 24 points in the season, 10 goals, 14 assists. You know, you have Chawchuk on the other end in Ottawa with 22 points, 7 goals, 15 assists. So matching Eichel's number, but that's not who I'm looking at tonight for the Vegas. I'm looking at Alex Pietrangelo. Okay, he's a defenseman who's pretty decent on the offensive side, but also a great defender. I think he's gonna be locked down here against Ottawa. Not to mention he sees the puck a lot, 17 assists, 4 goals. Give me a goal and 3 assists from him tonight. Vegas win this one 5-1.
Law of averages. Great game last night. Unfortunately, back to back. Have to take the Blues here over the Sabres in Buffalo. You know, Thanksgiving Eve. You know, cheap tickets could get a little rowdy there at KeyBank. However, I just think the Blues have been hot. You know, it's been a while since they lost.
Yeah, dude.
Back-to-back wins over Anaheim, Buffalo, same type of team. So I just think Binnington has really stepped up this year after being a big disappointment last year. That's why Husso is now on the Red Wings. So give me the Blues here, and I'm going to say Shen will have 2 goals and assists. 4-1 Blues over the Sabres.
Like it, dude. It's a good pick right there.
Big night of hockey.
Huge night, dude. Right before, you know, the Thanksgiving break. So one more game, right?
No.
3?
No, that was
this
4.
is my 3rd, right?
No, that was 4. You want me to read them to you?
Yeah, what do I
I
have?
think I made it up.
Devils, Rangers, and then
Chawchuk?
Vegas. Yeah. So this is the last one.
No.
we're not
I'm going
doing
to pull
4?
it up. No, we are.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, unless I literally had a repeat, Tony. And I will say, if I'm wrong about this, I'm pulling it up.
What?
No, I'm saying I'll admit if I'm wrong about this, but I really don't. I think it's 4, honestly. I'm pulling it up. I know that's why I sound ridiculous.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous, dude. So you actually did pick 4. Name off who you thought you picked again.
Okay, so I picked Rangers.
Yep.
Picked Devils.
Yep.
I picked Knights.
Tony, you were just talking about the goaltender.
Martin Jones, Seattle Kraken.
Wow.
So I get a little excited over here talking hockey. Get a little excited, you know?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a big night. Which game do you think is going to be the best other than obviously the Rangers? Vizmelka? Good story.
Out of our picks here, I could see honestly the Sabres giving the Blues a little bit of an issue.
Come on.
Oh, come on. Big night, though. I'm just saying,
legs.
dude. No, they're not tired. They're reinvigorated.
Reinvigorated. Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Do we have free agency news by Monday, MLB? Anything
yes,
big?
Absolutely. Judge signed somewhere. I'm telling you, dude.
You have to do it to me.
I mean, he's going to be signed. All right. Does that make you happy?
Well, I mean, as long as it's with the Yankees, yeah. Oh, we'll do it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying it's definite, but I mean, odds are. I feel like he's.
Come on, yeah, he's coming back. Do we have a Renee special around the corner or no?
Yeah. Anything about FIFA? What are we doing for FIFA today, Renee? Anything?
Are you hopping
you
on?
You want to talk about it today? You want to talk about it right now, or are you just? Oh, okay. Oh boy.
stay tuned for some social media promotion on updates on scores and standings, and then potentially keep a lookout Friday pregame for England USA.
After Sports Port.
Let's go. Yeah, the post Sports Port pregame.
Right now, actually, I'll give you a little update if people aren't watching. The Spain-Croatia game. Spain's up by 2, which is epic. Both really good teams in my eyes. So it's been an interesting game so far. I'm not sure who the goals were by because I was working, but we'll hope for a Spain win.
Oh, yeah, room for Spain? Favorited?
My favorite?
Are they favorited in this game?
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Argentina upset. I believe that was yesterday.
Yeah. Against Saudi Arabia?
No.
Iran? No.
That's it for me.
No.
I hate to be doom and gloom, but I'm just making a prediction here. My only prediction for the World
Croatia
Cup.
comes back?
U.S. won't win a game.
And they haven't yet. So
Not going to beat England tomorrow. Renee looks tight.
Wow, very tight. Are you expecting?
I thought she was a Spain fan.
Don't you love? No. Well, don't you want the U.S. to win? Like, like don't speak that bad juju.
Bad juju, but also a realistic.
Get out of here.
You know,
we know nothing about soccer.
All I'm saying is, even in the Tim Howard years, they couldn't give us what we needed. You know, that's the problem. You know, they need. I think they need Ted Lasso to take over.
Oh gosh, dude.
You know, Ted Lasso's so funny.
Have you watched that?
Isn't it
ever?
so funny when Sudeikis just puts on a mustache?
Have you watched that show?
Maybe
Honestly.
I saw a bite.
Oh, I never watched it. That's why I don't even know. Honestly, Jay likes it.
Yeah, he does. I can see it. I can see it. But yeah, Tony. Other than everybody having a great Thanksgiving, anything else on the way out here, sir?
I would say everyone have a great Thanksgiving. And yeah, let's go Rangers, dude. Some great hockey being played. I don't think Rangers don't play again till Saturday, I think.
Wow, okay.
Or something. I think it's Saturday.
Are they back from the West Coast?
There's no games. Yes, they are back from the West Coast. Who actually are they playing? Yeah, it's a good question. Saturday, or maybe it's not. They're definitely off on Friday. Yeah, they're off Friday. Saturday, be back at home. Ooh, against Edmonton.
Wow.
Talk about a guaranteed victory, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'd say even with Halak in net. But yeah, everybody enjoy the games and really appreciate everybody tuning in. And continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives, the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee in costume, the merch,
the ASMR,
TV.com. And everybody enjoy the day, enjoy the games. We won't see you mañana, but we'll see you on Friday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.